guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm jumping in to a video response to one of my homegirls, Ms.TracyTwo, in her hashtag ladder tarot. This tag is based off of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So if you guys remember in school, they had the little pyramid, and then it was basically what your like neediest needs are up till like your needs that are just like superfluous. So at the base, level 1, the base of the pyramid, you have your basic needs, followed by level 2, which is safety, everything that makes you feel safe. Level 3 is your love and belonging, you're sexy, you're lusty, what makes you feel that way. Level 4, getting up even higher to the second to last level, is your confidence, what boosts your confidence. And then up at the very top, Miss Tracy considers that your higher self. For this particular tag, Ms.TracyTwo decided to have us go through our decks and pull out a deck that represents each of those needs. But I decided to take it a step further because she had suggested that this also be a really awesome spread. So from each of those decks, let's say I have a deck from my most basic needs, a deck that provides, you know, the basic readings. I could read with it, you know, anytime I need it for whatever I need it for, that deck provides, you know, it's my basic. I pulled a card from it, and the question that I posed was, what is my most basic need for me? You know, what makes me happy, healthy, and whole? So I've done something like that for each of those decks. So let's go ahead and jump into it. For level 1, that's that base of the pyramid there, my most basic needs deck is my Mystical Cats Tarot. And I keep it in this beautiful leather pouch, which I got these made in an Etsy shop called My Grandmother's Hands. So it always comes with like a beautiful little crystal. These are really awesome. But the Mystical Cats Tarot, these are the backs. A lot of the cards just like this. And you know, whatever type of reading, you know, I need, I can bust this deck out and read it for, you know, for anything. I can do a serious reading, I can do a lighthearted reading with it, I can do a love reading, I can do a past life reading, I can do a pet reading, I can use it for mediumship. Like, this provides all of my basic needs, and it's easy for me to just, you know, pick it up after having not used it for a long time and just like being able to easily read with it. So it provides that basic need for me. I decided to pull from this deck and ask it, Mystical Cats Tarot, what is my most basic need? What makes me feel happy, healthy, whole? What provides my basics? The card that I got was the stars. So this is the star card. So what provides me with my most basic need is my ability to dream. I saw this more as being a dreamer, being able to look up into the stars, into what could be. You know, if that were taken away from me, I'm not sure how I'd be able to move on if I didn't have dreams and aspirations, and I didn't have I have such an imagination, you know. I love to fantasize about different lives and worlds, and you know, what if I just ran off and did this, you know. I love to fantasize, I love to dream, and also to dream things that I want to do, what I actually, you know, want to make happen in reality. So, you know, that's my most basic need of all, is just my time to dream. And so if my life gets really hectic to a point where I don't even have time to fantasize or dream, that's when things get really out of whack for me. Level 2, now going up a step on the pyramid, what deck is my home sweet home? What deck makes me feel so safe, you know, where I always feel at home with it. It's familiar. I don't feel like there's anything scary or weird gonna pop up. Like, I know this deck inside and out, and that is the Housewives Tarot. I think mostly I feel that way about this deck because I've had it. It's one of my oldest decks. I mean, not the oldest deck, but it's one of my older decks. I used it for a really long time trying to figure out tarot cards and trying to, you know, memorize meanings and things like that. So this was kind of like my learning deck. We go way back. It was a wonderful teacher. So yeah, I consider this deck to be my home sweet home. So I decided to pull a card from it. And the question I posed was, what makes me feel the most safe? So the answer to that was, and this is going to be weird, the Tower. So what makes me feel the most safe? You guys are probably like, the Tower card? Okay, so this is kind of weird, but and it took me a while to kind of figure out the answer to this. So I feel the most safe when things are falling apart around me. And I think the reason that I feel safe, I mean, I'm never happy about it. I'm always like, why? But I don't feel unsafe. You know, I feel like things suck, but I don't feel like unsafe. And I feel safe with the Tower card because I feel like things can't get any worse. You know, that if I'm at rock bottom or things are falling down around me, I'm like, okay, this sucks. I'm at ground zero. It can't get any worse. I feel safe down here. Now, you know, because I'm the type of person where I'm really resilient, I like to rebuild. So I'm kind of like, I have that Rocky personality. I shine my best when I'm beat down to my lowest, you know, so when life is like giving me the punches and I'm down on the mat and they're starting to do the count, that's when I'm the Rocky, Rocky 4. I'm getting up off the mat and I come back with something fierce. So yeah, I am feeling my most safe when the Tower is happening. I'm not saying I want a Tower moment, by the way, right now, because I don't like the Tower. Going into level 3, now going up to the 3rd step in the pyramid, is the love and belonging, the sexy and lusty. So the deck that makes me feel, you know, sexy or, you know, getting in touch with my femaleness, my feminine wiles, is Le Tarot de Femme Érotique. Sorry. Le Tarot du Femme Érotique. So this has a lot of nudity in it. It's old-timey pictures. So if you are under the age of 18, please get your parents' permission before watching this. But here are the backs of the cards, and these are some just like old-time nudes, but I love the expression and the energy that comes from these girls' pictures. I love the keywords down at the bottom. I think it reads more like an oracle deck than it does a tarot deck, but I do believe it does have a lot of aspects of tarot in it. But yeah, when I read with it, I get to tap into that feminine power, which sometimes I cast aside, and I have a lot of masculine energy in me, and so I sometimes struggle to balance it out, but I've been much better with balancing out my femaleness. Ask the deck a question. What makes me feel most sexy, most lusty, most like a woman? Man, I feel like a woman. And here I got the Novice of Cups, where it says Unexpected Love. The Novice is the page in this deck, so this would be the Page of Cups. And so what I was getting for what makes me feel sexy is, you know, when you think of a page, you always think of somebody really young. If I have the ability to feel young and playful and like a little kid, and I can incorporate some of that into my sexy time, that's what makes me feel most sexy. I'm not really a super serious person about that. I like to play around a lot. So if I am able to have that chance, then yeah, things work out splendid. Okay, now going into level 4, so we're getting near the top, and that's the Confidence Booster. So the deck that gives me confidence is the Medicine Woman Tarot. This is also an older deck, not as old as my Housewives Tarot. And here are the backs of those cards. But usually whenever I put this deck on Instagram, this happens to be a lot of people's faves. I mean, the people in here, the messages, everything comes across as just really loving. It's, you know, the medicine woman to me in this deck is like a mom, you know, a mom that's just looking out for your best interest, not trying to hurt your feelings in any way. I mean, not keeping messages from you, but giving them to you in a way that you can handle. I asked that deck, the medicine woman, I said, what makes me feel most confident? I got the totem of bulls, and here it says dolphins, the swimmers. So what makes me feel most confident is when I'm able to allow my emotions to run free, you know, where I feel, you know, okay to laugh, to cry, to be angry. You know, if I feel like I'm safe in that space, it just builds my confidence. You know, it's like, oh, it's okay for me to stand my ground here. It's okay for me to feel this way. Oh, it's okay for me to be upset and show emotions like a human being. You know, so if I feel like I'm in an environment where I'm safe enough to do that, then it's almost like practice, where I'm then feeling safe to do that almost anywhere. The very last deck, so that's at that top tier of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the deck that is my higher self. And here I have the Invisible Light Tarot. And this is by Brandy Eve Allen. This is a deck that I got off of Etsy. It's a photography deck. The images come from a roll of film, different rolls of film that were just kind of laying around, and the photographer took a bunch of pictures. They turned out to be freaking awesome, and she was able to turn it into a tarot deck. So this, I believe, you know, because I am a photographer, it really speaks to me. I love the art, the artistry of it. I love the models that she chose, probably friends of hers. But I really feel like my higher self is able to speak through this particular deck. So I asked that deck, what message does my higher self have for me at this time? I got the Strength card, which is my birth card. So the number 8, the infinity sign. And what I got from that is that you can see, you know, this scar on this girl's back, that yes, I have a lot of scars that people can see, scars that people can't see. But I am really resilient. Like I said, I got that rocky personality. And I have a strength that sometimes I forget I have, but when it's needed, I remember, hey, that it's there. And I'm really good at bringing out the strength in others, not just physical strength. Wait. But I have an internal strength, and I'm able to see that in others as well. All right, Ms.TracyTwo, thank you so much for creating this tag. This was really fun. Again, this was the hashtag ladder tarot, so using Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I highly recommend this. I know she did this a while back, but hey, I'm just now trying to get through all the tags and finding ones that I think are really fun. Miss Tracy's really good at creating some awesome tags. So anywho, that's it for me, spiritual homies. If you guys dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading with me, I would love to do a reading for you. I'd love to work with you. Click on those links below, www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. That's my website. There's also a link to my Etsy shop through that website. Kittens Waits Tarot is my Etsy shop. And if you want to join the KWT tribe, where together we're creating some awesomeness, and right now we're creating the Wally Oracle, then head on over to patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot, where we create more, do more for others, while you guys get some freebies in the process. So that's it for me. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.